What's up, guys? This is Hans from the Eclectic podcast, and today we're going to be taking a look at Power of the Primes Dinobot Slug from Hasbro. So, if you watch the other videos that I've got in this series, I'm a big Dinobot fan, and if you've paid attention to the channel, I've been kind of drooling over Dinobots my whole life. There was something about combining dinosaurs and robots that just got me as a kid, and it's stayed with me my whole life. So anyways, I had to pick these guys up. Heard they were doing the G1 kind of homage to Dinobots, and they were also going to do a combiner. So I was very curious to see how these were going to work. So, of course, here's our next one in the process. I think this is the one that used to be called Slag. I'm pretty sure. Slug, Slag, whatever. They can call them whatever they want to. Anyways, here he is in the packaging. Of course, Triceratops. I mean, you got some cool artwork there at the top. Transformers Generations, Power of the Primes, Dinobot Slug. On the side down here, we have the combiner version, which, I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like at the end, you know, for real, but that's what it is. And then here you've got some weird imprinting of, I guess, those Enigma things, or whatever they call them, from the Prime stuff, whatever. Looking at the back here, we've got kind of a short little bio on him, and it pretty much just says, how will the hot-headed Dinobot warrior wield the power of the Primes? Don't know. I have no idea. Changes in 12 steps. There he is in his bot mode and his dino mode. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the package and take a look at what's inside. Alright, so here he is out of the packaging, and he looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at his accessories real quick. Alright, so we do have instructions here. You probably won't need them if you've done Transformers at all at some point in your life. But you do have instructions, so I guess that's a plus. We have his collector's card here. Just kind of that same artwork that we got on the cover. Megatronus Slug. Erases enemies from existence. That's pretty tough words. And some sort of weird emblem there. I don't know what that means. We do have a weapon. We have his gun. No sword. Kind of getting the feeling that some third party out there is just loving the fact that Hasbro hasn't included these things with this. But we do have his gun here. Just black molded plastic. Nice, I mean, kind of design, but nothing too crazy about it. And then we get the Devil's Head. This is actually, I guess, going to be the hand for Volcanus, or whatever the hell his name is. But yeah, so you do have that. And I think if I can get this here. So the hands do open up. I mean, they're not individually articulated, but you do have some articulation there. And then I guess you have thumbs that are ambidextrous, depending on how you kind of set it up, depending on what you do there. And then the port. Another thing that you can do with this guy, if you're so inclined, is this clear piece here can be removed. Let's see if I've got one here. And then you can take this piece here, or I guess if you have any of the Titan Master heads from Titan's Returns, and you can plug that in there, and then he can rock even harder or something. I don't know. I don't know what it does, but I mean, you can do something with it, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. I do like the fact they do give you just kind of a clear little cover piece to go in there. Makes it look a little cooler, I guess. I don't know. Anyways. Back to Slag here. I've got to say again, I've got this because I'm a huge G1 Dinobot fan. They nailed this. This looks really, really good. You got, I mean, it's simple, true, but I mean, you got red, you got some really nice gunmetal gray I don't know if that's paint or plastic, but that looks really, really cool. Nice little stickers down here on the feet. Got some gold down there. Eyes are kind of nice and red. We'll take a closer look at the head sculpt here in a second. You got the clear bits with kind of the gold down there in the feet, as we kind of did in the classics versions, the original G1 styles. Just all around, I mean, he looks the part. They did a good job with that. Let's take a look at his head sculpt real quick. Head sculpt looks good. It's kind of hard to tell just because they put so much black in there. Nice red paint on the eyes. And it does actually, you do get a little bit of movement in there. But it's really hard to kind of do. And it's doesn't do much for you just because it's kind of encased inside of that dino head. But you do have a little bit of movement in there, so you can look kind of left and right. A little bit by degrees, I would say. We have that nice Tampo printed Autobot logo there. As we continue on down here, there's that gunmetal gray on the legs that I was talking about. Really cool looking. I kind of like that color breakup they've got going on. Stickers there. Like I said, there's the gold, the clear bits. Inside of the leg, I mean, it's, again, they've gotten, as time has gone on, they've made these guys more and more hollow, but they did, at least they kind of tried to cover up some of that stuff on there. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. His transformation port's actually covered up in here by the head, or by the mouthpiece. So that looks kind of cool. Let's look at his back here. Starting down at the bottom. Again, we got just the tail pieces, kibble, and then we move on up into the head sculpt. I would have liked some of that vacuumed chrome along that frill. I think that would have looked really cool. Articulation-wise, looking at the arms here, we'll start off here, then go out there. It's on a ball joint, and then you've got a cut out there that allows it to get out of the way out to there. You can go a full 360 with it. We do have bicep swivel and an elbow that'll get you about to there on a nice soft ratchet. Hands, it's just the molded mitt, but it is kind of, there's a soft ratchet kind of going in and out on it, so you do have that. Moving down into the leg area, this up a little bit more. Again, on ball joints, go out about that far, so you don't get quite the full Van Damme. I mean, maybe if you work it, I don't know. There's a notch on it. The notch only cuts out to about that distance there. Come on, focus. So the notch only cuts out to about that distance. You do have an upper thigh swivel. You have a bend at the knee, short of 90 degrees, but gets kind of close. And that's about it. No ankle tilt or anything like that. But, like I said, all in all, if you're a G1 Dinobot fan, they did a pretty good job with this. They nailed it. Nailed it out of the park. Original G1 Dinobots weren't very articulated. This gives you quite a bit more. And it's just really cool to see, I guess, kind of this reimagining of such a classic toy. I love that. And then, of course, his gun. No sword. What's up with that? Does plug into his hands very securely. So we do have that. Very cool. All right. Let's go ahead and get this guy transformed. Start off up here on the arms. All we're going to do is take this hand, rotate it back into the back on itself like that. Get that kind of adjusted. Same thing on this side. Close that up. Get that kind of adjusted. And then I guess while we're up here, we can go ahead and we can just take this piece here, close that up, get that done. Okay, moving on to the legs here. And they actually did some pretty cool, I think, engineering on this. Get that foot out of the way, take this tail piece, rotate this up, move it out, swing that out of the way, move this back, and then fold that in on itself. And actually what we'll do, let's see, we'll try and do them both together. Same thing on this side. Let's move this out of the way. Swing that up and around. Flatten that out there. Just kind of tuck everything together. That'll work. Get that nice and solidified. Then it's got these two little tabs here, and then those two little notches up there in his butt section. Take these tail pieces, they just swing around. Line those up together. Swing down those dino feet. Swing down his dino arms. Or his front legs. And you can kind of, these are soft molded rubbery plastic up here. So you can kind of move those around as you see fit. So there he is, all transformed. Translucent plastic up here on the top with that gold underneath. Red picked out on the eyes. Of course this here. I do kind of wish you got a little bit more of an angle to kind of separate this frill a little bit more from the body. You do get limited opening and closing of that mouth. But that's mainly because of the way that they engineered it. It kind of snaps into place here and kind of just closes up so it doesn't flop around, I guess. As for the front forelegs, I mean, you got a ratchet there, and you do get the swivel here. I mean, you can put him on his butt or whatever. Just boop. He fell down. So you do have that. I mean, so he's got pretty good articulation, especially considering kind of what we had here to begin with. Again, I love this. They've got this black paint that comes down and around. Would have been kind of cool had they gone back through and picked out some blue and red through there. That would have been awesome. Clear bits back here on the legs, again with some of that gold inside. Same thing with the end of the tail. Those stickers there. Just awesome, awesome job. Well, you can see all the way through him. He's got a hole in his body. You could probably take the gun here. Yeah, man. Oh, had they included some rocket launchers, that would have been so awesome. And then I guess you can take his devil horns here, plug them in there, do some stuff like that. Boom, boom, boom. You know, whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Or if you had two of these, I guess you might be able to. Yeah, you can plug that in on the side. Pretend like they're the rocket launchers that he used to kind of come with, or that he came with originally. No sword. Where's the sword? I need to get a third-party set of swords. But yeah, I think they did a great job. It's a simple figure, but I mean the G1 ones were simple too, and they nailed it. They did a really good job of updating these and just kind of paying homage to that G1 classic that we all knew and loved when we were growing up. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.